Hello everyone, this is day 7. Day 7, let me clap for myself. 1 week accomplished. Only 43 days to go. So how many sets of 7? Let me not embarrass myself with my arithmetic skills. I don't know. What I do know is I think the challenge should end on the 26th of December. So yeah, it would have been great if it ended on the 24th. Should have started 2 days earlier, but hey. Really happy. I don't think I need to give a weekly overview of how it went. Let me just talk about yesterday. Yesterday was a little tough as well. I had so much to do in terms of just like regular things, you know, routine things, and woke up at 6:30, got my hour routine in. And what did I do after that? Yeah, I know. I don't know. It's a blur right now. I exercised at probably 2. It was interesting exercising for like 7 days in a row. You know, sometimes you can have busy weekends. Maybe I'm walking around quite a bit and it feels like, you know, you've logged those hours or those minutes in, you know, but this was actually going to the gym, doing some things. I decided to walk for an hour briskly, and then I went to the gym for a few exercises, few carry exercises and a back exercise. So it was cool. My thighs were aching from the day before doing squats, and I think going in to the gym briefly kind of alleviated the pain for a while. And not bad pain, obviously, just gym pain. Yeah, I didn't get to do the reading. I did actually the 10 pages I did almost immediately off. No, I did the reading first. Actually, I did the reading around 1 p.m. Did the reading at 1 p.m. and then I did my skill hour at about 11 p.m. It was really late, and I went to bed late yesterday, but it was okay. Yeah, what else? So that's it. It was cool. I think for the weekend you realize how much you want to take things slightly easy, and even when you still have responsibilities, it's the little things like reading or still working on your craft that can trip you up. And when I say craft, I mean really just a skill, not so much a craft, but those are the things that can trip you up because you're so used to, well, when I say you, I'm used to watching football or different things, just not trying to keep a routine going, basically. So it was interesting, it was fun. I didn't get disillusioned or anything. I just kept it going, you know. I want to speak as well because I was thinking about something on the way to the gym yesterday. I was like, I've done not so much a challenge. I've had some personal goals to do with routine. You know, once for like 3 months, I went to like a little river to meditate for like half an hour to an hour. And I mean, I remember when I first started that, I thought, can I really keep this up? And I did for 90 days, you know. I even went to like celebrate at the end of the 90 days because I thought it was amazing. And at that time I wanted to be less reactive. And while I was doing that for the 90 days, I was peaceful. I was a peaceful person. I don't think, I mean, see, don't get me wrong. Normally I'm peaceful anyway. I'm sure you can tell, but everybody has their moments, you know. So I was just really good. I cannot think of any disagreements, any emotional reactions I had during that period. But it almost feels as if once the 90 days was over, I just I don't know. I went back to my old routine, you know, and I guess what I'm really trying to say is for the challenge, yeah, sorry, so distracted. For the challenge, it pays to think about what you want to achieve while it's going on, and how some of the things you do during the 50 days can create a like avalanche rolling ball effect that when the challenge is over, certain effects, how can I put this? What you want to do for the 50 days is think about the actions that you're undertaking during the challenge that can create lasting change. You know, we all have our different goals and desires, so it may not be possible. But I'll give you an example. For me, I want to be more productive. I want to start recording more videos, drawing more, well, not a lot of things, but a few things, an opportunity to serve creatively, you know. And I feel like all these habits are well and good, but they're just as easy to stop as they are to start. I read somewhere in a book that the price of success is like eternal vigilance. And great, you've done this 100 days, you've done 200 days, but you can lose it in a blink of an eye just because you miss one day after the 100 days are over, or 50 days, and then you miss another day, you know, and then you're right back to where you started. And I think the biggest thing is, if no magic occurs after it's done, after the period of routine is done, it is just very easy to go back into the patterns that you may have established for months and years. So it's not, so I guess for me, what I'm thinking of, and I want to be specific, you know, and I guess you can take out of it what you can, you know, but there's certain things I would like to do. Like, for example, I want to create a creative portfolio so that when I'm done, I can just host that on a website or send that to prospective employers. And so even when I'm feeling lazy or I'm feeling like I don't want to keep to the routine, and I hope I don't get like that, but even if I do, let me not say when, even if I do, I still have something to show for from the challenge, you know? Sometimes, like, I'm recording these videos now. I might attract followers who want me to keep speaking on things. And so even if I don't feel enthusiastic to record stuff afterwards, maybe because I feel like, oh, what's the point, and no one's watching or anything, a few people saying, do you have anything more to say? There's this book, basically it's called The Prophet. Is it by Gabriel? I'll put it in the link. Yeah, say that all the time. Anyway, and I didn't even butcher it. I don't think it's even in the book. But I remember reading it and thinking, oh, no, I remember reading it and thinking it said, rather than pray for, it's like almost rather than pray for, it just said basically pray for, and I don't want to say customers. I think, and followers sounds funny, but it's almost like a mix of like customers and followers. Just pray for people who want to patronize you and, no, not patronize you. Pray for people who want to endorse you. Pray for people who are interested in what you're offering. Pray for people who you can serve to be attracted to you. So I think the way I'm thinking it is, rather than just hope, oh, let me do something and let it be amazing and whatever, it's like, pray that you find people who want to allow you to serve them. Do you understand what I'm saying? And I think that's what I'm talking about. The opportunity to find that. And it doesn't have to be that. You know, you could, there's so many things. I don't even want to begin to think of what people could aim to get out of this. I guess my point is, and probably I'm laboring it a little too much, is try to create an effect that will outlast the challenge. And you know how people talk about passive income, almost create something that, it may not necessarily be passive income, but you have something to show for it that works like passive income. If I have a portfolio, yeah, it's not working for me every moment, if any moment, but you know what I mean. You basically just have something you can show for the time that you did the 6 o'clock starts and the 7 days a week gym sessions. So you can say, hey, and if anything happens, not only do you have this thing, whatever it may be, to kind of remind you of what you went through, it may even influence you to keep the habits. You know, when you look at what you've done and you think, wow, this really benefited my life, it's enough for you to keep on the path, you know. So I'm going to stop there. I think I wanted to rehearse this beforehand, but one of the things I said when I started recording these videos is that if I give myself an excuse, any excuse, I'm not going to record them. So I've actually felt quite liberated just pressing record and speaking. And it's not polished, but at least I'm getting it done. And I think that's really more important. So hopefully you got something out of what I was saying. I think I think I even complicated it. I think it's simple, but just in case it's not, just write a comment or something. Let me know if you want me to speak about it more, and I'll do so at some point. But yeah, so everything is going well. I'm enjoying it. I think if I had anything to say about life, I think it's focus on what you love and remove distractions as much as possible. And I mean, people could record so many videos about that, because what are distractions? Distractions are things you may think you like but don't love enough. They could be things you completely hate but you just still feel compelled to do them. They're just not the things you would like your life to be full of at the moment in time, at any given moment. I like Twitter, I like Instagram, but I think when I think about my best life, these websites and platforms, they're not there. It doesn't mean that I won't ever want to use them, but if I think about how much time they take up in my current life and where they would or should be in my dream life, you'd see there's a huge discrepancy. So that's what I'm seeing more and more. I'm focusing on a skill that I really love. I go to the gym to exercise. I won't say I always like exercising, but I find a way to do the things I like in the gym, comforted by the fact that as long as I'm doing something for an hour, it's going to pay off. And, get time to meditate, which I've always wanted to do. I read the books I want to read. It's just great. And I think the more you do that and feel confident in yourself and you feel proud of yourself that you're doing something, I think good things will come from there. So, I mean, this was unnecessarily long. Apologies. But, it may happen. And then, I don't say hopefully, one day it might just be like, great. And then I stop recording. And then, yeah, you have a 30-second video to balance out these videos. But I just want to say thank you so much. This is your first video. If you've been watching a few beforehand, I mean, these videos are for me. But I just hope in some way I've given you something that can be for you, it would really make me grateful. I feel like it's not just in vain and it's not just for me. So I'm going to stop now. My brain's so foggy. Have a wonderful day. Take care of yourself. You can do anything you put your mind to. Peace.